using different shears, or you're using paper scissors for paper and sewing shears for sewing, the big drawer over there has pins in it. You can use a pin cushion, or I just ordered a whole classroom set of these. These have magnets on either side, and I like them because, you know, if you have a mess, you can just, and it picks them all up easier without you having to, and scissors and everything else. That way you don't miss any, because sometimes we don't even see them. But you're going to need pins. You want all your pattern pieces cut out. Now, your fabric is going to be, for this particular project, folded over, alright? And where this is, these two arrows in the line, that means you're placing it on the edge. That way, whenever this is cut out, there's going to be two of these, and you fold it out, and it's already together in the center, okay? Now, if you're, for instance, I'm using pocket number 4, and how I'm going to do mine is I'm just going to put 2 pockets on the bottom. If I wanted a third one, I could open it up and then do a third one. But since I only want 2, I'm going to keep it folded over, and I'll place the pocket right here, and then I want 2 of each of these straps. So I'm going to have it folded over and do that, and that way I'm cutting it out double. Does that make sense? Fabric's folded over, so I'm going to get 2 of everything that I'm cutting out. If you have the, you good? Oh, okay. If you have, like, for instance, somebody's doing pocket number 5, I would not do that folded over. I would wait until you cut out this, and then you can fold the fabric back out, and then that way you use it more sparingly. But you want to make sure that you have everything laid out before you start cutting, so you have enough fabric to do everything. Now, again, the only thing that needs to be placed on the fold is the apron pattern, number 1 itself, and it's got the arrows and that line there. You must pin everything down before you cut it. You must. If you do a poor job cutting, then the entire rest of the project is going to be so much harder for you, because sewing a crooked line, you know, is not easy. And then also, it's going to look bad, and you're going to lose points and whatever else. So let's make sure that we pin everything down. I would start with the corners, all right? And you want to pin with the sharp part going in, all right? Or facing inward of the pattern. Do you see I'm pushing in and just getting a little bit of the fabric when I do this. And depending on, you know, depending on how big the piece is how many pins you're going to need. I like to, you know, be on the safer side, so I'm going to do like 1 in between for these. And then 2 for over here. And I will do the same for all these other side pieces. Oh, this is all slow and boring to watch. I apologize. Again, though, depending on what pockets you're doing, if you want a third pocket, you know, obviously the way I have this set up, I'm not being real sparing with fabric because I don't need that much. But if I was going to do it differently, if I wanted a different amount of pockets or whatever, I would move things around to make sure that I had enough. And then also if I was using ribbon instead of sewing my straps, that would make a difference as well. You want to make sure that the fabric's not puckered. Because if it's puckered, that's going to cause, you know, a little uneven cut. Sorry. You getting all this? this up from here. Now on these straps, this might be the only thing where, like, I would just do making me so nervous. So quiet. Alright. Almost done. Okay, so we are really lucky here that we have these big actual cutting tables. These tables were made for cutting. So utilize them, make sure that, you know, they're cleared off and you give yourself plenty of room. Some of these sewing shears might need to be sharpened, so I'd make sure that you have a good pair before you get started. I'll see if this is a good pair. Alright, so it is important when cutting, too, you do not lift your fabric, alright? You're going to do a long, steady cuts, alright? You do not lift your fabric. You see? So like this. I couldn't do this. This is bad. You're not going to cut like that. You want your fabric to stay on the table. That's how you ensure straight lines and that you're following your pattern. Now you're not going to cut here, remember, because you need that. Now if you need to move, like, you need to move things like this, or move your chair so that, move a chair so that you can get around. I'm just doing this because I don't want to make all of you all move, but my fabric is staying on the table and the long cut. Long cuts, arch cuts. Teaching you bad habits right now. Really, you should move for your fabric, but okay. So you would go ahead and cut out all of your pieces, and we'll just imagine that I have all of them cut out, and then they'll be like this. Once you're finished and you have them all cut out, then you can take all your pins out. And it should be perfectly cut out, alright? So, from then we're going to go on an iron. I'll show you guys the next step when you all are finished cutting out, but today let's just make sure that we focus on getting them each cut out. If you want, if you're going to be confused on which part's which, you know, you can write in pen or in a crayon or something that would wash off on the back 1, 2, 3, 4, so that you know what part's what, but, okay? So let's just focus on getting it cut out today. Make sure that you do not use sewing shears on paper and paper scissors on fabric, okay? Because that builds ruins it.
Do you want me to end it?